Here with me now in the studio is Jonathan Broder. He covers defense and national security as a senior writer for Newsweek. So what do you think are the biggest reasons behind this 90-day extension that was just announced today?
Well, there's several. I mean, as Nathan said, there's been pressure on the president from these companies, the American telecom companies, particularly those in rural areas, that their networks are, the components of those networks are supplied by Huawei. And they've been scrambling for the past few months, since May actually, when the president ruled out any more business between Huawei and American companies, to find replacement parts for the Huawei products that they have in their telecom systems. It's been very difficult. So just before the reprieve was announced, Trump had met with the leaders of these companies who appealed to him to give another reprieve or to rethink the policy. Now, it's also part of the trade battle between the United States and China. There's signs that the United States might be going into a recession. Signs like the stock market dropping. I mean, it had its biggest drop since the financial crisis in 2009, or 2008, 2009.
And to that point, National Economic Advisor Larry Kudlow said about this extension that it was also a gesture of good faith during these broader trade negotiations. Do you think that's the bigger answer rather than just looking for more time, giving these U.S. companies more time to accommodate their transition?
I think that it's a combination of something. I mean, I think that that's the way the administration would like to present it, saying we're doing this in good faith gesture as part of the trade talks. But Trump has made very, very clear that Huawei, as a very large Chinese company, has become a bargaining chip, has become a pawn in the trade war. When the trade talks broke down in May, that's when the United States imposed this ban on buying on American companies buying equipment from Huawei. It was a direct connection, and Trump even said if the Chinese want to buy more American agricultural products, then we will lift our restrictions on Huawei.
Which I think the Chinese sees it differently. They want to keep Huawei completely separate of the broader trade battle. There was also a caveat with this announcement. 46 affiliates added to this entity list. Huawei calls this move politically motivated, as we just discussed. Could we see a stronger reaction from Beijing here?
Possibly. I mean, I think that Beijing is actually preparing to retaliate for the new sanctions or the new tariffs that are going to be placed on Chinese products. Now, Trump was going to raise tariffs on basically all of U.S.-China trade, but then he gave that a reprieve as well, basically saying that he would postpone that until after Christmas. Now that kind of flies in the face of Trump's claim that China is paying the price for these tariffs. Many people would argue that the American consumer is paying the price because the tariffs are being added on, are being passed on to the American consumer.
About 10 seconds left. Trump also said there will not be another extension after this one. 90 days will come before Christmas. Do you think we could see another extension, yes or no?
Very possibly. Just remember one thing. Yesterday, so the day before the reprieve was announced, he said there was going to be no more reprieve. So
here we are.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan Broder, thank you so much as always. We appreciate it.
Thanks.